Hi Pink Angels, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome if you're new. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 hairstyle tips and hacks on how to look after your hair, make sure it's looking its absolute best at all times, and this is just through my experience of having long hair and looking after it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy, because I get quite a lot of questions on my hair and hopefully these tips will help you out a little bit. So I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please do not forget to leave a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I welcome you to my Pink Angel family and I'm really glad to have you. If you like this video, then I hope you like my other videos, which are all involving lots of pink, sparkly, lifestyle, beauty and fashion videos. So if you subscribe and become part of my Pink Angel family, I would absolutely love that. And you can also feel free to follow me on Instagram as well. It's at @AlohaAmy_ and there's always lots more pink prettiness over there. But with all that being said, I have 10 tips to get through, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. My first tip is to not overuse heat on your hair. Heat can really damage your hair, and I have found that it really made a difference when I cut out heat. So for me, I've done videos on how I curl my hair and I've done videos straightening my hair, so you know I do use heat on my hair. However, I noticed just before Christmas time that my hair at the ends really did start to feel a bit kind of straw-like, very dry, and no matter how many oils and products I put in my hair, it didn't really make too much of a difference. So what I did was, over the Christmas holiday, I didn't dry my hair with my hairdryer. I just let my hair air dry, which was great because over Christmas I didn't have specific places to be as much, so I had more time to let my hair dry. Whereas if I'm in a rush in the mornings going to work, then I have to use a hairdryer. So it was nice to do that over the holidays. And I also didn't use any straighteners or curlers on my hair. Just let my hair air dry as much as possible and then pop it in braids before I went to sleep, and woke up with nice waves the next day. And that is how I've been styling my hair for the last month or so. And I would say that that really has made a difference in my hair. My hair is so much softer now. Already it just feels so much better, so I'm really glad that I did that. And I would just say that what I'm planning on doing is that I will still be heat styling my hair occasionally, but not as much as I used to, which was maybe 3-4 times a week. So I'm definitely going to be cutting down on that and kind of embracing my natural hair more often, like this. I really like my hair curled, but if it's better for my hair for it to stay like this, then I'm happy with that. So heat styling, if you cut back, then your hair will really thank you for that. It'll be so much softer and also much shinier, and just in general feel much nicer and feel better. So I mentioned using hair oils, and that is my second tip. I would really recommend when your hair is damp, if you are going to be using your hairdryer or if you're just letting it air dry. So there's two oils that I use. I use both the coconut hair oil, which looks like this, and also the Got To Be Oilicious argan oil. And both of these are really great. I really notice a difference in my hair when I use them. I find that my hair just looks a lot less flyaway, which means that I don't need to straighten my hair, because that's mainly why I straighten my hair. My hair is naturally like this, but it does get a bit kind of flyaway and a little bit frizzy. So when I dry my hair using these, it kind of means that I don't need to straighten my hair. So I really recommend that. Plus it makes your hair smell good, and also it just makes it look a little bit more shiny and healthy. My third tip has become a lot more popular recently, and that is to use a silk or satin scrunchie. So I love scrunchies. I'm so glad that they're back. Satin or silk scrunchies really allow your hair to not get damaged because it's not pulling at your hair and the material is nice and soft. So I have this gorgeous baby pink one, which I found in TK Maxx, and I got this in a pack of 4. And then I also have this really pretty one, which I got from Sainsbury's, and it's got a nice pretty bow on it, and I love that. And I just think that having this scrunchie on my arm at all times is really great. If I need to tie my hair up, I know I'm not damaging it because it's nice and delicate on my hair. I would highly recommend, if you are worried about the ends of your hair getting a bit dry or damaged, try using baubles like that, because it really does help to prevent damage, especially if you like to sleep with your hair up, which I normally do because I've like curled my hair and I want it to stay, or just in general it kind of annoys me to have my hair down when I'm sleeping, so I tend to tie it up in a bun, and I always use a satin scrunchie because that really does stop my hair getting in my face, but it also doesn't damage it. Quite often with like hair elastics, the ends can kind of pull at your hair and also leave kinks, and I find that using a scrunchie like this, I don't get like that shape. You know, when you take your hair down from a ponytail and you still have a shape, like big kink in it. With a silk scrunchie, I don't notice that I get that, so I really recommend that. It also just feels nice and luxurious that you're taking care of your hair, and I just think they look very pretty as well. So my fourth tip is all about accessories. So I am so glad that hair accessories are in again. Whilst they are in style, I am stocking up on lots of cute hair clips, hair bands and scrunchies, because I don't know when they're going to go out of style, and I just know that personally, I will still continue wearing cute hairbands and things even when they're not like trendy anymore. I still think they're very pretty, so that's why I'm stocking up. So I'll show you guys some of my favourite ones that I found and some of my top places to check out if you're looking for some hair accessories. I have this big box full of hair accessories. So like I mentioned already, I've got my satin scrunchies. I love this one with a bow. I got this in Sainsbury's, and this was in the children's section. So in the TU children's section, I highly recommend checking there out because they have really cute things, and also they make them in baby pink. And this is just such a gorgeous scrunchie. I wore this a lot over the summertime. And then just the other day I was in Sainsbury's again, and this was in the ladies section, and this is this beautiful black velvet headband. I wore it in my previous 2 videos. I just think it's so pretty and it has these gorgeous pearls in it, and I just think that this is a really lovely hairband because I find a lot of headbands at the moment seem to be really tall, like they're really big, and I don't know how, I don't really love how that looks on my head, so I prefer a smaller hairband, and this one's perfect. I love the pearls. I think it's very Blair Waldorf, very classy. I feel like quite made in Chelsea when I wear it. It just feels like a nice classy, pretty, elegant headband, and I really, really love that. It's also not too tight so it doesn't hurt your head, because I personally find that like hairbands are all cute and lovely until they start hurting your head and you get a really bad headache. I don't know if anyone else finds that, but that's always like been the worst thing for me about wearing a hairband, but this one does not hurt my head. This hairband also doesn't hurt too bad. It hurts a little bit more than the velvet one, but this is a gorgeous hairband which I found in New Look in the summer, and I just adore this. It's so sparkly and pretty, and it's flat to my head as well, so it doesn't stick up, and I really love that. And it also is just a really nice cool toned baby pink colour, so it matches a lot of things that I own, and again I just think it makes your hair look really classy, and I think it's just nice to kind of get your hair out of your face a bit but your hair is still down. I also have this hair clip in today which I got last week, and this is from Sainsbury's as well. I got this in the children's section, and the reason that I always recommend going to the kids section for hair accessories, and also places like Claire's accessories aimed at children, I recommend going there because they are cheaper and they make them in baby pink. For some reason, as we've discussed before, in the adult section it's really hard to find pink things, so I always check out the kids section for accessories, and if the clothes are big enough then I'll try and fit into pink clothes in the kids section as well. It's a gorgeous baby pink pearl hair clip, and I just think it's so adorable, very delicate and pretty, and it's just nice to kind of clip my hair out of my eyes as well, especially since I do have shorter bits at the front of my hair. It just kind of keeps them out of the way, so I really love that clip. And then I have another scrunchie here which I found in B&M Home Store, and I really like this. I think it's quite cute and I like to wear that to work. And then this is from Claire's Accessories. It is a fluffy scrunchie. Claire's have the biggest array of scrunchies I've ever seen, so they are a really good place to check out. And then from Victoria's Secret, I ordered these online because I hadn't seen them in store. They have these gorgeous bows which came in a pack of 2, so you have a black one and then the very pale pink, and they both just say Victoria's Secret on them, and I think these are really pretty. I just love, I don't know, I just really love like tying my hair up like half up with one of these bows in, and I just think they look really sweet. I love that it says Victoria's Secret as well. I just think they look very, very pretty. So Victoria's Secret, especially if you're online, they have quite cute things sometimes for your hair. So if you're online shopping for other things, you could always add like a little hair accessory to your basket if you find something cute there, so you never know. And then finally, while I'm showing you my hair accessories, I thought I would show you these gorgeous flowers which I got in Hawaii. Hawaiians tend to wear flowers in their hair, and I got these gorgeous flowers which are kind of like a foamy material. They are so beautiful, and these just look so pretty just kind of behind your ear. They just look really delicate and I really love them. So in Hawaii I wore these a lot. So when I was in Hawaii I wore these every single day, and I still wear them now because I think they're really lovely. They're pink, this one has a little sparkle in the centre, and I just think they're very pretty and delicate, and they just remind me of my holidays as well. So I think wearing flowers in your hair can also look really beautiful. Tip number 4 was talking you through my hair accessories, and tip number 5 was shopping in the kids department. Number 6 links to a video that I've previously done, and that is about curling your hair. So if you are curling your hair and you want to make it last longer, I always recommend to twist your hair up into a bun and keep it for as long as possible like that before you wear your hair down again, because it just helps your hair to cool down in the shape of the curl. It just makes your hair last so much longer in a curl. I really recommend, if you haven't tried it, please do. I will link the video right here in the corner, and it works every single time for me, and it's something that I always do when I curl my hair, so I highly recommend that. And I always tie my hair up using a satin scrunchie to make sure it doesn't get damaged as well. So number 7 is not to wash your hair too often. If you wash your hair too often, then it can end up making it more greasy. So I'm sure you already do this, but I highly recommend using dry shampoo. Honestly, for the longest time I did not use dry shampoo. Like through high school, I don't know why, I just didn't really use it, so I used to wash my hair all the time, and it was so much effort. I don't know how I did it. So now I pretty much live on dry shampoo and I cannot get enough of it. I even use this on my hair when it's clean because it just gives your hair a lot more texture. You can kind of ruffle it up and kind of work with it more even when your hair is just freshly washed, and normally when it's freshly washed you can't really do much with it because it's very kind of like flat. So I really recommend using dry shampoo if you just want a bit more texture in your hair as well, even when it's clean. So the one that I use always without a doubt is the Batiste Coconut and Exotic Tropical. We all know that I love the smell of coconut, and I just think this smells like holidays, and I just really like it, and I pretty much spritz this in my hair every single day just to kind of freshen my hair up. I love the smell, and also I find that because I'm blonde, using dry shampoo I can kind of pop it in and not blend it in too much, and it makes my hair look a little bit brighter. So that's kind of a little bit of a cheat, and then you can't do that if your hair is dark. But if you do have blonde hair and you have kind of roots showing through, or you just kind of like your hair to look a little bit lighter, then just spray some dry shampoo in and blend it in slightly so it's not white, but just don't like rub it in all the way into your hair, if that makes sense. And I really recommend doing that because it does make my hair look more blonde. So that's one of my top tips. My 8th tip is one which I read in a magazine a long time ago. I read this years and years ago, and I can't remember if it was Amy Adams or Isla Fisher who said this, and they shared their secret that when their hair is damp they spray their favourite perfume into their hair and then they dry their hair, and that locks the scent into their hair. So if you have a signature scent that you always wear on your skin, I think it's a really nice idea to put in your perfume when your hair is damp and just let that dry in, because your hair will smell amazing. I always spray perfume in my hair anyway when it is like dry. When I'm spraying my perfume I spray it like here, 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 kind of like here, and then I also just kind of spritz it through my hair because I like my hair to smell good as well, because you never know when you like hug people or you go like that, people can smell it, and I think that's really nice. Hair currently smells like Victoria's Secret Bombshell, and I think it's so nice to just have that. But so obviously you can just spritz it in when you're applying your perfume like normal, or if you want to be a little bit more extra, you can spritz in a little bit of your perfume when your hair is damp and then let it dry in. and then it'll smell even stronger, and I think that's such a nice idea just because it's really nice to have your hair smelling good. So that will link on to my next point, which is number 9, and that is to have really lovely smelling shampoo. I love when people tell me that my hair smells good. I think it's such a good compliment. So I tend to use a fruit scented shampoo, so I really like the Alberto Balsam ones. So I use the strawberry one, raspberry, apple, or coconut or blueberry. Those are my favourites. I switch up between them all the time, and I just really like to have kind of like exotic fruity smelling hair. I think it's so nice. Like I said, I use the oils in my hair and things, and all of that just adds to having really nice fresh smelling hair, and I think that that is really lovely as well. Like I said before, if you're hugging people or just kind of if people walk past you and your hair smells good, you can definitely smell it. So yeah, I highly recommend doing that. My final tip is probably the most important for the well-being of your hair. If you ignore everything else that I say in this video, then that's fine, but please don't ignore number 10, and that is use a heat protectant every single time you dry your hair or style your hair. Just please use it, because otherwise your hair will become so damaged, and it's honestly just not worth it. So for me, I use the Tresemme Care and Protect and Seals and Shine one. I always, without fail, I always use a heat protectant. It's so important. Even when you're just simply drying your hair with a hairdryer, it makes such a difference in your hair. It makes it much softer, and over time you will notice that your hair really does become less damaged. Like I said, my hair did still start to get a bit damaged, but that was because I was just heat styling my hair too often, like kind of every other day, and that's just not good. So I try to cut down on the heat styling, and then when I do, I always use a heat protectant, so please do make sure that you do that. That is my top 10 tips for looking after your hair. It's really important to just look after your hair, make sure it's looking its best at all times, whether that is by taking more care of it, using heat protectant, or popping in a cute bow or a cute clip to accessorise it a little bit. I just think that all of these things are really important, and it helps your hair look so much better, and I think when your hair is done you just look a lot more put together. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. If you want to hear more kind of hairstyle tips from me, or maybe some hairstyle tutorials, then please do let me know, because I would be very happy to do that for you. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and it helped you out a little bit. So I will just see you in my next video. Bye!